I like the idea of when I eat ice cream in case it gets a little sticky, right? All right, so we're going to talk about Ryka. Now, as I said with the first item that I shared with you, Jane also introduced me to recovery slides because I went to see her in one of her amazing tennis matches a couple of years ago, and she has these special tennis sneakers, as you would, expect. And then when she got off the court, she sat down and she changed into recovery slides. So for a long time, I thought recovery slides, well, they're for athletes. I'm not supposed to be in that arena. No, they're for any of us who stand on our feet all day long. To wash dishes, maybe you work in retail or at a bank where you stand on your feet all the time. Trust me, when I get off the air after 4 hours in certain shoes, I got my recovery sandals waiting for my feet, and they're happy, 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 and I'm glad to have them. So we're gonna make sure we get you a pair of recovery sandals because these are game changers without a doubt. I even wore mine in the winter with socks. I didn't go anywhere but outside and back in to let the dog out. But all right, so these are pearlized, so they're kind of pretty as well. Look how pretty that is. Here's the blue. This is called ice blue. You're going to see Kate in the orange dream. Look at this, the limeade, and that's like a neon lime, which is really fun. Here is going to be your rose color. Now, the rose color is very much like a beigey rose. Don't expect it to be like rose gold or anything like that. All right, here's dusk blue. Sort of has a purple overtone to it. I'm wearing the black, and that has almost a pewter feel to it. And then look at the white. Who's getting married? You know, these might be really nice to buy, depending on your budget, obviously, for your bridesmaids. All right, Brian, how many? 9,500 have been ordered since we made these available. They come in whole sizes only. They're on sale 5 through 12 whole sizes. Half sizes here, you'll go down to the next whole size. So if you're a 9.5, you'll buy the 9, so you get an idea. Inspired by women, made for women by women. That's what Ryka has always been about. And Leilani Flanagan is here.
Good morning,
Good
friends.
morning.
Thanks
and
for having me.
Oh, of course, we would have you every time if we could. She's dressed head to toe in Graver, which we are in Gravel,
yeah.
Denim and Company, and
Ryka.
then your Rykas.
Yep, there we go. All set.
And
I shop here too.
Do you dress from the feet up like Jane dresses from the feet up?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do.
I think a lot of us do.
Yeah.
All right,
This is so exciting.
Let's talk about these.
Okay, so at Ryka, as you were saying, since 1987, we've been the first and only women's exclusive athletic shoe brand. So we were the first fitness shoe company to use the mold of a woman's foot, not a man's foot, to build our shoes. They used to call it back in the day the pink it and shrink it. Or shrink it and pink it.
Wow.
Yeah, because we're not smaller versions of men. We're actually narrow in the heel. We need more width in that toe box area. And also we need support, differently because of the width of our hips. So notice here, this is rising up to meet the arch. So this footbed has been molded. There is a heel cup that gives you this really nice stability, but also stability underneath the arch area. And that's what's really like key with something like this is that you might put this on the beginning of the day, when you're just getting going in the morning and kind of like warming up the feet. You've got this great rib cushioned insole that is going to increase circulation. So again, like I know myself with my 53-year-old feet, they need a little something to get them going in the morning. So
and it's hard to get the coffee to reach all the way down there.
Exactly. So to have this on, like even as I'm getting ready to come into work,
like slippers.
Yeah, doing my makeup and the hair, and then if it's the end of the day and you've been on your feet all day long and you're just looking for a soft place for your feet to land.
Heaven.
That's what this is meant for, is restoration, healing, just giving yourself like a little bit of TLC at the end of the day.
These are light as air. They will be super great to travel with. You don't have to worry about that. So let's talk about sizing, if you wouldn't
very important.
mind.
So first of all, because it's a recovery slide, it's meant to feel generous around the foot.
Okay.
We're expecting that at the end of the day, your feet might be a little swollen. So if you are, because I've had this question online, like if you are a wide width, this is not offered in different widths, but it is it's going to be generous. So a wide width will fit in this well, a medium width will fit in this well. But if it's at the beginning of the day for a medium width, like I said, you're going to feel like, oh, it's a little roomy. But if I put this on at the end of the day, it's like just right. If you're a narrow foot, then I wouldn't go really this direction.
Okay, we'll find you something else.
Just so you know.
Okay.
And then it's whole sizing. So if you are a half size, if you're a 7.5, you're going to go down to the 7. If you're the whole size, stay with the whole size.
Okay.
So the only ones that would go down are the half sizes.
Got it. Got it. These are great gifts. How many of you have, and Leilani, and you still have one at home. And I can't say he's a little guy anymore.
He's taller than me now, so.
What can we say? But, any kid that plays sports, girls, whether they're playing tennis or they're ballerinas or they're gymnasts or whatever the case may be, for those of you who work and you stand on your feet all day long, those of you who are looking for a spring, summer slipper, like I said, and I'm not kidding, I just wore mine, kept them by the back door.
Yep.
And, when I let the dog out in the deck, I just had, granted, if there was, and we really only had one big snowstorm, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Watering the flowers outside.
Watering the flowers.
These,
yes.
Could
you wear them to the pool?
Yeah, by the pool. And again, the difference being we're a women's fitness shoe brand. So back in the day for athletes, it just came in black. We gave you pearlized finish on this. Really pretty colors. I was sent like one, colorway. I went back on my own and ordered this color specifically for myself. So the one I'm wearing is mine. Ordered a pair for my mom because I knew she'd be living in this in the summer. So this is it's a great gift. It's great for yourself. If you got one already and love it, go get another color.
Yeah, while we still have them in all these pretty colors. 3 easy pays at $13.99. 5 through 12, whole sizes, half goes down. We know how that works. That's ice blue. And then we saw our beautiful Kate in orange dream. And then I like the limeade. I think that's
really
like
a margarita color. Yeah. It's nice.
Oh, fewer than 300 in limeade.
That was popular.
The rose, how would you describe that one?
To me, it's like that perfect makeup color. It's a neutral, but because of that pearlized finish, it makes everybody's skin look really good.
Here is the dusk blue.
And I like how you said there's a little bit of a purple undertone.
Yeah, there's a little purple to that one. And then this almost looks like pewter, but it's called black.
Or like gunmetal.
And then that bride would be so happy.
Yes.
These would be so perfect for bridesmaids too.
And how you said that, that's how I pictured it. It's like all the bridesmaids and the bride when they're getting ready and getting their makeup on, having that.
Be so happy. Yeah. You will too. Go ahead and put these in the cart and treat yourself good. All right. These, did you see these candles coming up?
Yes, I'm so excited.
They're so pretty. All right, and they're new too, so check these out. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we've got something brand new coming.